The aliens made Earth a nature reserve, but forgot humans were still inside. The Zhorani thought they had saved Earth by wiping us out. They declared our planet a sanctuary, free of humanity. But they made one mistake, they forgot some of us were still alive. And when they came back to admire their nature reserve, they found something else waiting in the shadows. Ghosts. Hunters. Humans. When the alien ships came, they didn't announce themselves with war. There was no ultimatum, no demand for surrender. They simply arrived, darkening the skies with silver hulls the size of mountains. Their technology was beyond anything we could imagine, shields that could shrug off nuclear fire, weapons that could erase cities in seconds. And they didn't come to conquer. They came to erase. To the Zhorani Collective, humanity was a mistake. A violent, destructive anomaly in the great tapestry of life. We had polluted our world, fought endless wars, and spilled more blood than water. In their eyes, Earth deserved better than us. So they made a decision. Humanity would vanish, and Earth would be preserved, not as our home, but as their nature reserve. They culled billions in firestorms from orbit. They dismantled armies with surgical precision. They sterilized the skies of satellites, cutting us off from one another. And when the killing stopped, Earth was declared a sanctuary. A beautiful planet, freed of its greatest mistake. Or so they thought. They didn't realize that some of us had survived. Not many, only thousands scattered across mountains, forests, and underground shelters. We weren't soldiers, not leaders. Just people who refused to die. The Zhorani scanned the surface, satisfied with their work. From orbit, it looked like humanity was gone. Cities smoldered, power grids failed, and communication was silent. But under the rubble, in caves, in forgotten bunkers, humanity still breathed. We became shadows. For generations, we hid. Hunting, gathering, scavenging from ruins. Teaching our children that to survive was to remain unseen. If the Zhorani ever discovered us, they would finish what they started. So we whispered our stories, painted our warnings on stone walls, and passed down knowledge in fragments. We became ghosts on our own planet. And Earth became a zoo. The Zhorani didn't just protect Earth, they advertised it. Soon, alien ships began to arrive. Visitors from across the galaxy flocked to see the sanctuary world, a paradise untamed by the destructive species that once ruled it. They marveled at our forests regrown, our oceans healing, our skies clear. They snapped holophotos of lions prowling savannas, whales breaching in sapphire seas. They told stories of the extinct predators, called humans, laughing at how dangerous we were supposed to be. And all the while, they had no idea we were watching. From the shadows of the ruins, from the branches of forests, from the black mouths of caves, we watched. We listened. We learned. Every visitor brought new technology. Every patrol left behind scraps. We collected them like treasure, like seeds of revenge. Because deep down, every survivor knew, one day, the galaxy would remember us. It started with a child. Her name was Kayla. She wasn't afraid like the rest of us. While others obeyed the rules of silence, Kayla wandered too far one night, chasing the glow of a Zhorani scout drone. When it found her, it didn't recognize her as human. She was too small, too dirty, too strange. It logged her as an unknown primate and moved on. But Kayla followed it. Into their camp. Into their machines. And when she returned, she carried something we had only dreamed of, a piece of alien tech. It was broken, but it was enough. Our engineers, descendants of old scientists, tinkerers, and mechanics, tore it apart. For weeks, we studied it by firelight. And for the first time in a century, a human machine sparked back to life. A weapon. The first alien tourists vanished near the ruins of Berlin. Then more, in the Amazon. At first, the Zhorani thought it was predators, wolves, panthers, crocodiles. But then they found the bodies. Not eaten. Not mauled. Killed. With weapons that should not have existed. The whispers spread, ghosts in the forests, shadows in the ruins, hunters in the dark. The Zhorani laughed it off. Impossible, they said. The humans are extinct. But as the disappearances grew, the laughter faded. Patrols were sent. They didn't return. Drones were launched. They were hacked. And then came the attack. In the old city of Tokyo, as alien tourists admired cherry blossoms, the earth shook with fire. Traps hidden in the ruins triggered explosions that tore through armored vehicles. Figures emerged from the smoke, faces painted with ash, wielding scavenged weapons, moving like wraiths. The tourists fled screaming. And for the first time in 100 years, humanity revealed itself. The Zhorani declared war again. But this time, it was different. They had wiped out nations. They had defeated armies. But they weren't fighting armies anymore. They were fighting ghosts. We struck from the shadows, vanished before they could strike back. We turned their sanctuaries into battlefields, their nature reserve into a killing ground. We poisoned their water, hacked their machines, lured them into traps made from skyscraper bones. They thought humanity was fragile. But fragility is survival. Fragility bends. Fragility endures. And every year that passed, we grew stronger. Finally, the galaxy could no longer ignore the whispers. Visitors stopped coming to Earth. Merchants spoke of disappearances, of cursed ruins where lights flickered and shadows moved. The sanctuary world had earned a new name, the Haunted Planet. When the Zhorani tried one final purge, we were ready. Their ships descended, sleek and proud. But from the forests rose our answer. Rebuilt weapons, hacked drones, swarms of machines once theirs but now ours. We struck in the open. Not as shadows. Not as ghosts. But as humans. And when the last ship fell burning into the sea, the galaxy finally saw the truth. Humanity had never gone extinct. We had been waiting. Now, when aliens speak of Earth, they no longer call it a sanctuary. They call it a warning. Because in trying to preserve our world, the Zhorani forgot one thing: you can burn our cities, silence our voices, erase our names, but as long as one of us still breathes, humanity survives. And survival is our greatest weapon. We are not ghosts. We are not extinct. We are human. And this is our planet.